Here we have the NextBase 622GW Dashcam. This is the newest Dashcam in the NextBase range. I'm going to go through some of the features that this Dashcam has to offer, as well as show you what's in the box. I've been using NextBase Dashcams probably for about 4 years now. I'm currently using the 522GW, which I find to be a pretty decent Dashcam, to be honest. I've had this one for about 2 years. I found it to be reliable and the image quality is pretty decent. Let's just see what's in the box. You've got the Dashcam, a click and go GPS mount, a 4-meter power cable, a USB cable, a suction mount, a power cable fitting tool, and the quick start guide. The camera also comes with adhesive patches to apply the click and go mount directly to the windscreen. Personally though, I choose to use the suction cap as opposed to adhesive patches on the windscreen. Much easier to remove if you want to remove them. Change them later on. Dashcam is packed full of features. We've got Ultra HD recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. There are other recording options available too. Digital image stabilization, which will make your footage look really smooth as opposed to bumpy, depending on what kind of ground you're going across, I guess, and what car you're driving. Got What 3 Words built in. What 3 Words is basically a system that works alongside GPS, which can give you an exact location up to around 3 meters squared, I think. It's really useful, you know, if you're involved in an accident, you can share that location with the emergency services just by giving them 3 keywords. Okay, so let's open this and see what's inside. Okay, so we've got a slip of paper congratulating us on our purchase. Basically a sticker that you can put on the side window or the rear window of the car. It could act as a deterrent to some, I guess. We've also got a bright piece of card reminding us basically to update the firmware before we use the camera. Next we have a quick start guide that basically gives you steps on how to install the camera correctly. Here we have the camera, the NextBase 622GW Dashcam. Got the body of the camera, like a brushed metal. It looks okay, it looks quite nice. Feels good quality as well. On the rear of the camera, you've got a 3-inch touchscreen display. Very user-friendly, very responsive. At the bottom there's also the red button. The red button will save footage that's happened, I think, 15 seconds before you press the button and for about 15 seconds after. So if you're involved in an accident or you witness something that you want to save, then you can press that button. Back to the front of the dash cam, you've got the dust cover. Now the dust cover is pretty useless other than when the camera's been stored. On the side of the camera, underneath this cover, there's a port where we can plug in some of the accessories. So you've got the in-cabin camera, the rear-facing camera, or the rear camera that will plug straight into here. Got a USB port for power, for charging as well as data transfer. The SD card slot on the power button. At the bottom as well, there's a reset button. Okay, we've got some instructions there. So it's important really to note that you should charge this dash cam for 2 hours before its first use, and the reason you want to do that really is to avoid issues with the battery later on. The camera also comes with a polarizing filter. Pretty simple to adjust this, you just need to turn the bezel. NextBase has also published some software and a smartphone app, so you can look at your footage, you can look at the sensor data as well as locations that you've travelled. Download the app, you just need to take a picture of the QR code and download from the App Store. So we got a 4-meter power cable, quite generous in length really. You could probably trace that around the outer edge of your trim. Then got a USB cable to charge the camera or to transfer some of the footage. Got a spare adhesive patch for the windscreen and the mount. And then we have the all singing, all dancing, click and go Pro GPS mount. So the magnet in this mount is really strong. I mean, you're not going to have the camera just falling off the windscreen. Really sturdy, really secure, keeps the camera solid. I mean, you know, can't go wrong. Another cool feature with this camera really is that you got options. Okay, so you could either have the camera and the mount attached directly to the windscreen using the adhesive patch, or you could choose to use the suction cap, stick it to the windscreen using the suction pad, and then connect the mount to that instead. Personally, I use the suction cap instead of the adhesive patch. Much easier to remove when you want to remove it, and it doesn't take up that much space, to be honest. This is why it's really important you check the whole box, because hidden right below all this foam padding we find the power cable fitting tool. This thing is really useful for just tucking the power cable into the trim of the car really.